Today is the 29th Sunday of Ordinary Time, Cycle C. In the first reading, so long as Moses held up his staff, the Israelite army had the upper hand in the battle with their enemies. On a basic level, the symbolism of the story is that once our arms are outstretched in prayer to God, He will help us in our struggles, regardless of who or what is our enemy. Addiction, illness, physical or mental challenges, or unjust aggressors. However, the staff of Moses was a powerful symbol of God's presence, power, protection, and His mercy toward the people of Israel. What happened with Moses' staff during the first encounter with God at the burning bush? In Exodus chapter 4, the staff became a serpent and changed back to a staff. The staff was to be proof that God had granted Moses the authority to set his people free. Moses used his staff to initiate many of the plagues. Turn the waters of the Nile red, to initiate the plague of gnats, and then of locusts, and even sending down hail. Moses parted the waters of the Red Sea with his staff and created a path to freedom. He also used the staff to close that path in the Red Sea and to kill the Pharaoh's army who was in pursuit. When they ran out of water in the desert, Moses was instructed by God to strike the rock. When he did, water flowed from the rock. The staff was a powerful symbol of God's presence, power, protection, and mercy towards His people. What is one of the most powerful symbols of our faith? The crucifix. The cross is a paradox. It makes a statement that seems to say two opposite things that are true. For the Romans and the people they had conquered, crucifixion was a symbol of defeat, humiliation, and suffering by a slow and painful death. It was also supposed to drive fear into those they had defeated and to remove any thought of rebellion. After Spartacus had rebelled, the Romans, after the defeat of the Spartans, created a line of 10 miles of crucified rebellious people. For Christians, the cross is a symbol of victory. So the cross is a symbol of victory over injustice, freedom from slavery to sin, and defeat of death itself, and of God's shows great love for us by the sacrifice of his Son. As St. Paul tells us, because of the resurrection of Jesus, death has lost its sting. Like Moses' staff, the cross is also a symbol of God's presence. I will lead you until the end of time, God's power, protection, and mercy. There is a story of a very successful man who revealed the secret of success was he kept a cross in his pocket. Whenever he had to make a major decision or face a crisis, he prayed while holding onto the cross in his pocket. In the gospel, Jesus tells us to pray always without growing weary. The characters in the parable acted completely opposite to what was expected in Jesus' time. The law required a judge to protect the widows and orphans, and it would have been very unusual for a widow in Jesus' time to represent herself. Jesus is telling us that perseverance in prayer is required when there is injustice. Also, we may have to go beyond the norms and accept additional duties in order to seek justice. God helps those who help themselves. Jesus also empowers those who may believe that they are helpless and victims of a cruel world. Hearing the success of the widow, who was supposed to have been helpless against a judge who represented corrupt power and authority, should give us all hope that the challenges of creating a society of peace and justice in this world is not beyond our dreams.